With regards to why did I choose to become a bodybuilder, I have to say I had very little interest and knowledge of the sport when I first started. I was training at my regular gym, and it was someone that did the few PT sessions with me was like, why don't you go and enter this fitness model competition at Body Power and see how you feel? And I was like, me? And they were, yeah, let's have a go, and it kind of went from there. Having experienced a snippet of being on stage and also meeting lots of other people in the fitness industry and liking the way that their mindset was and the support and enthusiasm, I was like, yeah, I think I want to do this. This sets me challenges. This is something that I really can push myself for. And of course, I only did it because I wanted to do it. But prior to that, I never sat there or previously had any form of interest or obsession with the bodybuilding industry. In fact, I knew very little. The Beautiful You campaign, the reason why I wanted to be involved is one of the ladies involved in it I know quite well and have so much respect for, and I also felt its meaning was really important, and I wanted to be involved with some really phenomenal women who were going to give a really good message and impression, you know, within the bodybuilding industry, representing females, many from different kind of aspects and views, different backgrounds, you know, different aesthetic appearances. And I think it created this mixture of balance, if you like, and it was good to be involved with something like that because, you know, we all have different views, but they all kind of support each other on the same kind of basis that, you know, individuality is really important, respect and beauty fall within that. The fitness bodybuilding industry, the way that it's represented online is, you know, I mean, obviously you see snippets of videos and photos of people on stage and in poses, and quite often, you know, this can represent quite a harsh look, especially when, you know, we get lean and we look quite vascular. It can be quite strange. So people that don't understand it, I think, may feel that, you know, bodybuilders are either totally in love with themselves or very aggressive, and it's totally the opposite from my own experience, not just personally myself, but obviously with other people that I know that compete. It's a lot about occupying mind space for me in terms of setting something and achieving something that, yes, I do have an interest in. And admittedly, it does become addictive because not so much the fact that I'm obsessed with wanting to be in shape all the time, but so much so that I'm obsessed with the addiction to the challenges and then the feeling that you get afterwards when you achieve that. And sharing other people's experiences and journeys who, you know, all have many, many different reasons. And sometimes, you know, even I am a bit like kind of gobsmacked at some of the things that people say with regards to, you know, the things that they've been through and how they've used bodybuilding as a coping mechanism. So in terms of representing it, you know, not unfortunately, people's personalities, you know, can't always shine through when they're on stage or in photos or snapshots of stage shots, things like that. So again, this campaign is really important for that because it's actually, you know, allowing people a little bit more in-depth kind of sight into, you know, these women do these things for whatever reason, but they actually have these great personalities and attitudes and utmost respect for every woman, which is, you know, is really supportive and positive. In terms of positive and negatives, I mean, I think I've just hit on some positives, you know, in some of the other questions that I've answered, you know, about around the support and how we can use it to occupy our mind space in a positive way. Negatives, I fortunately haven't really been subject to any, you know, the occasional online trolls maybe, but I've been quite fortunate to not be subject to it. Not that I'm aware of. It may happen, you know, people may have things to say about me or my appearance or the way that they perceive me on social media, you know, behind closed doors, and you know, that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But I always encourage people to try and remember that every book has a cover, and not to judge from that cover, because there is so much more inside. Any negativity that I do get, I'm quite good at closing off from. And again, that's a skill I've learned from being in the industry, that, you know, I haven't got time for negativity and I will filter it out. And again, you know, being part of this campaign is really important to me, because again, we can give that message across that, you know, we're normal human beings with many of us different jobs, different skills, abilities, and we still, you know, manage to fit this into our lives around the discipline that's required and the support that we can give each other. And if there's one thing that I would like to say to anyone out there who's thinking about making a change in their life, whatever it may be, is that when you sit and think about what it is that you really want, then if you really want it, go for it. Because everyone will have a different view and opinion. And if you continually seek approval and views and opinions constantly from people, you're never going to want to do anything in life. And what it ultimately comes down to is what makes you happy. And if that's what you truly want, then you go for it. Nobody says there's a right or wrong. It's about you being happy in your life and doing what really matters to you, what's important to you, so that you can fulfill your life's potential.
Excuse me, do you mind? I'm only human, if that's alright. I'm wearing perfections for everybody to see.